So there it is. I took off my compression bandage just to show you this. And you're going to say to yourself, oh, that doesn't look that bad. So if you're wondering where the tear is, it's right here. Oh, by the way, hi, and welcome to Daily Miles. Well, sporadic miles at this point. But, yeah, we'll get to that later. All right, in the meantime, you know the drill. So the tear is right here. This is my quadricep. The tendon is here, and the tear is right here. So apparently, I tore the damn thing. So you're going to say to me, Miles, that doesn't look that bad. And you're right. You know, by itself, it does not look that bad. It just looks like I have very ashy legs. And it doesn't look that bad. Until, of course, you look at this guy. And then you're going to go, yeah, that looks bad. That's because it is. It's still swollen. There's still fluid. There's fluid right here. There's fluid right here. And you can see on the x-ray, there's a whole bunch of fluid here, but it's slowly dissipating. If this was like, 8 days ago or, about 8 days ago, that fluid was out to here. My knee sac was like this. Not exactly a pleasant or pretty experience, let me tell you. So let me catch up a little bit in case you're wondering what this is all about. All right, so about 8 to 10 days ago, about 10 days ago, I was out here at Sequoia Park, finishing up shooting for the very last piece of video that you just saw, and I was walking along, and this happened. Mission accomplished. I got three things done today. Yay! Oh shit! I heard it snap. So this is, I thought I had broken my leg. Went to the hospital after much trying to get from point A to point B. Finally got to the hospital. They x-rayed and determined that I did not break my leg. That was the good news. However, I had gone into shock, and B, more important than that, my nervous system had essentially shut down at that point. I was feeling pins and needles in all of my extremities and starting to go numb everywhere. So they thought that I had severed one of my nerves, which would have been very, very, very bad. As it turns out, all is well. Thank God. In the meantime, however, they looked at my leg and realized that I did not break it, so they just put a compression bandage on it, put me in a leg brace to keep the knee from bending and to keep it immobile. Said about, it's just a strain. You'll be back on your feet in about 2 weeks. So about 2 days goes by, and the swelling isn't going down, and the pain is just really excruciating every time that I move. And I'm like, this doesn't feel right. And I'm starting to have this thought that maybe perhaps I tore the ligament. So I go back to the hospital. I go back to the emergency room, and the attending fellow, Amber, says to me in no uncertain terms, "Well, Miles, it's only been 2 days. Don't worry about it. You'll be fine. There's nothing wrong. We CT'd you from head to toe. Everything looks absolutely fabulous. Give it about, 2 weeks. If it's not, come back." And I'm like, okay, but Amber, humor me. Something's not right here. So she says, well, we can do an ultrasound. I said, well, then let's do the ultrasound. And she swore to me at that point in time, it's going to come back negative, Miles. There's nothing wrong with you. 20 minutes later, after the ultrasound, she comes back with the results, and I knew the results already. And she comes back into the room. She says to me, I have to apologize. I said, what? I was right? And she says, yeah. I said, I lost my shit at that point. Anyways, Amber set up a referral for me to go see this doctor upstairs at the orthopedic clinic. Well, not upstairs, across the way, Dr. Wimmer. I had told Dr. Wimmer, or I told Amber to tell Dr. Wimmer, that the service needs to happen in the hospital because I don't have the money to pay for it, because I'm traveling, and while I'm traveling and I'm using Medi-Cal, it's county specific and I don't live here. He insisted that I, go to his office. All right, fine, whatever. So the whole time I'm freaking out that I'm not going to be able to pay for it. I can't afford it. It's just not going to happen. So I get into the appointment, and he tells me in no uncertain terms, yes, you do have a tear, and yes, you are going to need surgery. And that was Monday's video. So that basically catches us up, except for the whole insurance plan issue. So you're going to say to me, Miles, what's up with your insurance? Well, my insurance is Medi-Cal. And in the state of California, when you apply for Medi-Cal, it is county by county specific. So the county I live in is Santa Barbara. This is Eureka County. Humboldt County in California. And when you are out of county, you're out of luck. However, if it's an emergency service, they will pay for it. If it's not an emergency service or a follow-up service, you're screwed, basically. That's where things were. So Monday, Dr. Wimmer, after I explained this to him and his insurance person, oh, now I get it. Did you not get it the first 62 times I said it? Clearly, boyfriend was not paying attention. So, to make a very long story much shorter, his insurance person gets with me. I get her to the right person that she needs to go talk to. And she says to me, one way or the other, we will schedule you for Thursday, which is today, or we'll get you in on Friday for the doctor to do the surgery. And I said, how's that going to happen? She said, well, if the insurance doesn't cover it one way, we can get you into the emergency room and then wheel you in from the emergency room to the OR. I said, all right, well, however that's going to work. So that was the plan. That was Monday, and she was supposed to call my caseworker on my account, and she did, and I have not heard a word from them until this morning when I called them and I said, what up? And the insurance person said to me, oh my God. I said, yeah, you dropped the ball on this one, didn't you? She's like, I'm sorry. Oh my God. Yeah, not so much with that one. Yeah. So I did get a commitment out of her for calling me back tomorrow because the doctor's not in the office today. He's actually at the hospital today, but he will be available tomorrow, and she will call me back first thing in the morning to either get me on the schedule tomorrow or Monday or Tuesday, somewhere in the next couple of days, because this shit needs to fucking happen yesterday. And that, kiddies, is where we're at. Make sense? Let's address the obvious elephant in the room. Am I in any pain? Only when I stand on it and only when I move. If I don't move, I'm fine. It's mostly discomforting. So you're going to ask the all-important question, well, why not just go back to Santa Barbara to have them pay for it? And the answer to that question is a qualified, are you out of your fucking mind? I can basically sit in the position that I'm in now. However, if I get in the driver's seat anything longer than like 20 minutes, my knee starts to ache and then my leg starts to go numb. And the reason why it goes numb is not because of the damage that's been done. It's because I'm in a compression bandage and I'm in the leg brace. It just becomes wholly uncomfortable. So I have to stop every 20 minutes, take the damn thing off, decompress it, and wait until feeling returns to my leg, and then start the whole process all over again. I know I've done this several times at this point. I know how long I can last. So the drive from here to Santa Barbara is about 9 hours. It's about 600 miles. And if that's a nine and a half hour drive, then let's reasonably make that 3 times, times 3, because I have to stop every 20 minutes and then wait 10 or 15 minutes. So realistically about 24 hours of driving time. Spread that out over, 3 days, then, it becomes wholly impractical for me to go back to Santa Barbara to do the surgery. Insanely impractical. So, because then I have to do, tests, and then, it's like, okay, can we just do it here? And that's what the doctor thought. It's what I thought. It's what Amber, the fellow, thought. She's like, yeah, just it's an emergency service. It needs to be done here in Santa Barbara. It needs to be done here in Eureka. So, that's the whole dealio with my insurance. One way or another, they're going to pay for it. They just don't know that they're going to pay for it. Let's see. Next question. What's happening to the channel? I'm on hold, basically, at this point. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything. I'm basically sitting here, catching up on stuff and writing as much as I can when I'm not, standing or sitting, and changing the bandage every couple hours. But aside from that, it's really just, watching the clock and watching the day go by and yada, yada, yada. That's it. That's how I'm spending my time at this point. The channel, on the other hand, is on hold. I had decided to move it back to once a week, but I'm thinking it's going to be a little bit sporadic until I have the surgery. And once I have the surgery, then it's going to be a weekly schedule. What's going to happen to the project? The project is on hold at this point. I've got chapter 5, sections 1 through 5 done. Sections 6 through 10 are in a state of flux. And that's mostly, it's not because of, the plot line is awful. It's the plot line, you're going to love this plot line. So it's just on hold until I know better. That's what I got going on. Today's patron appreciation goes to Ulla. Ulla is a woman that I met from Sweden. I think it's Sweden. I hope are you Swedish? I hope it's Sweden. Might be Finland. Could be Finland. Could be, those two Nordic countries really just kind of sort of like, right. I was in Buenos Aires and I'd been watching this beautiful woman dance, and every time she stepped on the floor, I was like, and that's not because she was a beautiful woman, it's because of the way that she moved, and what she was doing, and how she was engaging her body. I'm like, and I didn't get to dance with her. Every time that I'd cabeceo her, she'd look at me like I had 16 heads. What I didn't realize is she couldn't see me. As it turned out, we ended up bumping into one another at the D&I Practica, and one thing led to another. I asked her to dance. Cabeceo, literally right next to her, so she couldn't miss it. God! Oh my God! Absolutely fabulous to dance with her. Absolutely amazing. It's like, where have you been all my life? Anyways, she was fabulous to dance with, and I ended up using her for a couple of my nascent tango videos. And thank you very much for that, dear. Anyways, Ulla saw that I was doing this project, and she decided to donate to the project. And all I just want to say to her is, thank you for your donations. Alrighty, I just want to say a heartfelt thank you to all my patrons on and off Patreon, on and off YouTube, on and off Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Thank you for all of your well wishes. Thank you for all of your donations and caring about me. It's a lot. I know. Alrighty, kitties. Thanks a bunch for listening. Thanks a bunch for watching. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!